Talk about living in London. Of course, London known for great theater. Do you do theater when you're there?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I've done a couple plays there, and I'm actually going to do something. The next thing I do after this thing I do is in the spring. I'm doing a play at the Delmar Warehouse. We're doing A Doll's House.
Oh, okay. So what was your first play?
The first play ever?
Yeah.
The first play ever was at the Manhattan Theater Club in New York.
Right.
It was actually a British play called Absent Friends.
Yeah. Are you a stage fright person?
Yeah,
or,
I am. Actually, every time I sign up to do another play, at various stages along the way, I think, what are you thinking? God, you can't do this. There's no way that you can do this. You just need to turn around and just forget about it. And I think it started because of that, the first play that I did. I don't know what night it was, but I had a panic attack on stage, a serious panic attack, where it literally felt like somebody had put crystal meth in my water or something had happened, but I was sitting down on the stage, and I...
Does that happen to you a lot? You get crystal meth in your water?
Well, I might know what that tastes like. But anyway, so I was sitting on the stage, and you know, I had a lot of lines coming up, and all of a sudden I had a panic attack. And for me, panic attacks have been pretty, I mean, like full body shaking.
Really?
You know, imagining that all I wanted to do was leave the stage. I thought, I don't care. I have to get off this stage right now. And I kept imagining myself walking off. And fortunately, what happens if you're in those, you know, like, what do they call it, doctor stage light? But you know, the lines just came. Like, somehow they came out of my mouth at the time that they were meant to. But it's one of the most horrific experiences I've ever had, and I burst into tears as soon as I was off. And every time I agree to do a play, I assume that that's going to happen again. And it's happened a couple of times. It's never as bad as you think, but oh, it's horrible.
No, but how is it different than this? I mean, you're very relaxed. You come out, you sit and you talk. This is a live audience, like a play. See, it's the same thing.
No, it's not. I've actually gone completely blank on talk shows before. I have, yeah. Way at the beginning. At the beginning, when I first started doing interviews for the series, I would go blank. I mean, even when you could like cut and stop and ask the question again, they'd say, so, do you believe in aliens? And I'd say, I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time? And you know, seriously, people used to go to a manager and say, is she on something? What is wrong with her? Anytime I was asked to do press, everybody would sit back going, God, just make it through it, just, you know.
Oh. Well, tell us about X-Files, I Want to Believe. There's so much secrecy. You know, normally we have a screening. We were told no one can see this movie, not even the audience. No one is going to be allowed to see it.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I was hoping to see it, but
I know.
You've seen it. Is it good?
Yeah, I have seen it. I liked it very much. It was when we were filming it. The crew didn't get an opportunity to read the script. Nobody, you know, a lot of the crew were doing things, you know, every day, and they knew, you know, absolutely nothing about it at all. And I got to read it once before we started shooting. It was, you know, but fortunately, it seems to have turned out okay.
Now the show ended 6 years ago, and like you obviously have so many fans here tonight. People remember the little details of the. Do you find yourself going on the set and going, "Oh, wait a minute, who was that?" I mean, it must reference back.
Oh, I don't remember anything. I mean, no, but I remember not. I mean, I didn't even remember when we started doing this film that I'd had a baby. Wow. Somebody, my character on the series has had a baby, and I completely forgot. You know, we gave it away. I gave it away to a farm or something. Or
a farm.
Yeah, like who was it? Was it like a? Yeah, I gave it away to a farm because it was in danger of being killed, or it was going to kill people, or it was God, or I don't know what it was. But we gave it away.
Wow, all right.
Yeah, but no, it was funny is that David and I were doing press for the junket over the weekend, and at one point somebody mentioned the baby, and he said, oh, yeah, William. And I said, uh-huh. And he said, there was an episode called William, wasn't there? And I said, uh-huh. And he said, and I directed it, didn't I? Yeah, you did. We're senile already. We need to be walking around with canes.
Well, let's see now. Let's see this clip.
What are you doing?
We have a clip. Oh, don't be frightened. This is nothing. We don't want the baby to come out. This is just the TV going on. Here we go.
Okay.
Now, what is happening here? Do you remember doing any of this?
That's me right there. No. Okay. This is us with Billy Connolly, Amanda Peet, Exhibit.
And he's what, a psychic of some sort?
Billy Connolly is, yes, more or less, and other things too. And we're walking in the snow. As far as I can work out, I think we're walking in the snow.
Here we go.
So get really excited.
X-Files. Want to believe.
One more time. 10 minutes. Did you find her? No.
said there was news.
The news is our psychic led us to the exact same site he led us to before.
You're gonna find it.
That's what you keep saying.
You're gonna find a body.
You keep telling us she's alive.
She is.
We could do this all night. These guys are all running on empty.
I'm sorry for bringing you out here.
Open July 25th. Gillian, always a pleasure. Don't be such a stranger. Come back more often. You're a great guest. We're right back with Dave Attell right after this.